Okay, welcome to another Sunday live stream, where tonight we're going to look at a few subjects I've got lined up to inspect a couple of things I've come across since I last did a live stream. And I'll start by saying a hello to Sunstar Thunder Lightning, Joker Man, and Maria Ellender. Thank you for thank you for populating the live chat. I will keep up with it as much as possible this evening. I will also be looking at some other things. Joker Man asks if we're ready for Xmas. It's a as I said in the live chat, it's something I avoid as much as possible. I put a video out a few years ago called The True Deception of Christmas, or Xmas I probably said. I'm not sure if it's up on my channel still. It'll be up somewhere, probably 153 News I would have thought you can find it, where I laid out my reasons for not enjoying Christmas and some of the, you don't want to go whoring after other gods, as it were, in the words of Deuteronomy. So you have to be wary. Christmas trees, are they a phallic symbol of Nimrod, whose birthday, the 25th of December, actually is recognised as? Maria points out about the paganism and is correct on that, most certainly. Maria says about the pagan feast of Saturnalia. Yeah, of course, is it Greek or Greek god Saturnalia? Either way, it's a deity. It's someone you shouldn't be worshipping, or whose festivals you shouldn't really be acknowledging or observing. If you are following the holy scriptures, then you certainly wouldn't want to do something such as that. It totally goes against the Torah, as it were. Of course, here, I don't know about in your part of the world, but where I am, it is everywhere. Everyone observes it. Everyone, it's important to so many people around me, so it is very difficult not to find yourself taking part. But as I said in the chat, I avoid it as much as possible. Right. But like everyone else, I grew up believing in Santa Claus, loving the idea that a bearded man came into my room or came into the house and left us gifts. Realizing now that even Santa Claus is a deity, as it were. Saint Nick, I believe that's a reference to Satan himself. You would have to do your own research on that, though. Or look to channels. There's a great one called Yehovah and the Torah, also Jason J Bossman. It's the 008. It's the same YouTuber. It's the same person putting out both channels, and they've put out some videos where they cover the pagan rituals behind the festival of Saturnalia. Also 12 days of lawlessness, as the Roman courts would be closed, and it was, if you believe some of what's written about history, how much of it is true, who knows. The 12 days of lawlessness ended up in the sacrifice of someone in the town, where they would, I don't know, you have to look into it yourself, but I think it's the festival of Yule is another one. And Saturnalia, I think they all fall around on the 25th, because it is, by all accounts, the birthday of Nimrod. Right. Joe Command says, Orthodox Christians observe Christmas on the 7th of January. I did not actually know that. And St. Nicholas was a real saint in the early church. He was pretty cool. Okay. Thanks for the info. Right. Yeah, moving on to our first subject. Let me just do a quick audio check. I think things should all be playing back alright. If I do have any errors or I make any mistakes, or yeah, I always appreciate it if you can give me a tip off in the live chat. Right. Okay, yeah, so we will be going back to the live chat shortly. I used to have it on the screen all the time. Now now I can cover it up with things like the desktop. Yeah, this is my channel, the YouTube channel. It's one of the things I've done in the past. I probably would have put a video out about this, but now I'm just going to cover it here on this live stream. I came across this headline and I could not believe it. I had to go and look it up myself, making sure someone hadn't just faked a headline to make greenhouse gas emissions completely laughable, a complete joke. And that is the claim that breathing is bad for the environment. Of course, your breath, CO2, is part of the gases around you. It's always been there, always will be there. Certainly not a pollutant, nothing to concern yourself with. And yet a scientist says that breathing is bad for the environment. What a clown. Yeah, I had to look this one up for myself because, as I said, it just did not seem logical. It's one of the yeah, I asked in the chat earlier if you guys were ready for 2024. We're about a week away from it. And you guys rightly pointed out it's just going to be more BS, of course, that we're going to see. And one of their the biggest thing on their shovel of crap is the environment. Is the climate changing? Is it heating up, cooling down? Are we going to have an ice age? Is there some reason why we should be in fear? Yes, apparently there is, because gases we exhale contribute to 0.1% of the UK's greenhouse gas emissions. If that is reality, if that's the truth, then greenhouse gas emissions are absolutely nothing to be concerned about. If 0.1 of it is what we produce ourselves with a mere exhalation, then yeah, I don't think you've got to worry too much. Yeah, whether it's eating less meat or cycling instead of driving, humans can do many things to help prevent climate change. I would say that is a very false statement. I don't think any of our behaviour will change the winds. I've got to say, Sunstar Thunder Lightning in the live chat tonight, sorry if I haven't mentioned you already, left a nice comment on a video on one of my other channels saying about observing the winds, and the power of them is a testament to our creator. And yet they want us to believe that driving, not eating a cow is somehow good for the environment. Absolute laughable rubbish that I came across and just had to comment on. Unfortunately, breathing less isn't one of them, so they're not going to say try breathing less, because that's absolute madness. That's literally telling you. It goes back to a video I think we looked at probably in my last live stream about the what are they called? Oh, they've got a name, Extinction Rebellion, I think they call themselves. It's a team of witches that go out into town centres and start parading around, and it usually ends up with a demonstration, with a shutting down of a road or a town centre. Let me just zoom in a bit on that. Yeah, that was one of the many nonsensical headlines I come across in the week. Maria says, did anyone see the mother of pearl clouds appearing all over the UK? Can't say I did, actually. I haven't witnessed any clouds that were too out of the ordinary. But we'll have a look at mother of pearl clouds. Thank you for suggesting it. Let me see. Mother of... Right. I'll share my screen. This is what... yeah, I don't want to get too distracted from the live chat. Thank you. If you are commenting, sorry if I'm not able to catch every message, but massively appreciated you for taking part. Right, let me bring up the display 1 second. Yeah, mother of pearl clouds. Not seen these. Did you actually witness these yourself, Maria? I cannot say I have myself. Okay. We'll get there in a minute. Let me go back to have a look at the live chat. Maria mentions bacchanalia, frenzied drinking and raucous behaviour disguised as goodwill to all men. Gotcha. Yeah, a Merry Xmas. Oh, can we not read this without paying a quid? There is a way you can actually... Hang on. Project Bluebeam is... Oh, goodness sakes. Right. Right, we'll have a close-up look at this picture. We're not actually going to be able to read the article, but looks like oil to me. Looks like when you have a oil slick. I will say that the sky, particularly sunsets, are... Yeah, they are, you know, I've never seen a painting painted as beautifully as some of the sunsets we witness, we observe. And yeah, the sky really can look absolutely magical. Whatever this is, yeah, looks like an oil spill. Yeah, I would be interested to know if anyone witnessed these clouds themselves. Otherwise, for me, it's just another cool pic. Maria says you had friends send you pictures of them all over Essex. Okay, that's good to know. I'd be yeah, if you share them anywhere, Maria, I would be interested to see them. Yeah, I know you've emailed me some stuff in the past. I'm not saying you have to, but if you ever feel like you've got some images you want to share, then yeah, my email address. What is it again? I'm gonna pop it on the screen a minute. If anyone ever, you know, if you've got any. Hang on. Yeah, if you've got any photos, I would love to see them. Not that I'm saying you have to provide these photos, but I would be very curious to see them. Right, yeah, bobbysigns@gmail.com, I believe, is my email address. I'm pretty certain it is. It's on my channel anyway. I'll get rid of that. Okay, yeah, I've not... I'm sure they've suggested a reason for whatever these were. Right. Okay. Yeah, I've heard of Project Bluebeam, but I'm by no means, knowledgeable of what they are exactly. I know it's been suggested it will be, crazy thing though if they could, project stuff onto the sky. And I guess that is the suggestion, who knows. Right, okay. I will look out for them. I'll see if I'd be really interested to see. I would say the strangest I've ever seen the sky look, and I did take a picture of it once, was the sun on a really foggy day, well, a misty day, and it was like just this tiny orange glow behind the clouds, and it looked tiny in the sky. That was the strangest I've ever seen the sky. But yeah, sunsets, sunrises, Van Gogh himself couldn't paint a more beautiful scene than what we get to see sometimes. Yeah, the colours, the oranges and magentas, would you say? Or between orange and magenta that gets painted in the sky is always really enjoyable to watch. I'd be interested to see a mother of pearl as well. Actually, sorry, I mentioned the strangest I've ever seen the sky. I did also witness a solar eclipse in 1998 from Turkey, so that was probably also equally strange sky that I witnessed. But no, I've not heard. I wonder what the official explanation is. What do you think? Right, we need something. Metro, I think you can read without a subscription. Nacreous clouds are typically never seen over Norway and other polar regions. Photographers... Oh, sorry, typically seen over Norway. I thought it said never seen, right. They were seen in Teesside, Yorkshire and Kent. They look like a stunning impressionist masterpiece of mother of pearl in the sky, and while nacreous clouds are usually a rare sight, they've been spotted across Britain. Photographers in Britain, they've already said that. Okay. The curious formation formed of tiny ice particles that scatter light. The large thin discs are typically seen over Norway and other regions when the sun is just below the horizon. Beyond. I think they mean beyond the horizon, but we'll let that one go. Several excited viewers have taken to X, formerly Twitter, to discuss the clouds. The weirdest optical phenomenon I've ever seen. Okay. And we'll have a look on X then at some point. I did have X open for another thing. Are these referred to as tramp stamps, I believe? I'm not sure if you can see them. Let me see how... a reader adding context. I'll show you what they're adding showing context to in a sec. Right, hang on. But first we'll have a quick look on X for mother of pearl. Okay. Oh, yeah, this is... I'll give some of these likes. Yeah, they are really incredible incredible sites, actually. What a masterpiece. As they said, I believe the article actually said the same thing. Alright, we'll take a copy of that. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. No, I'm not familiar with that optical phenomenon. Maria, thank you. Greetings to Jeff. Thanks for joining us in the chat. Great to see you. Maria says, global boiling is the excuse I'll use. Actually, yeah, particles of ice. Yeah, that makes absolute no... Unfortunately, you could say mother of pearl would sort of go some way to dismissing the idea that... Hang on, let me see. Can I frame this Twitter better? Okay, Scotland. And of course, when it comes to the... excuse the background noise a minute. Yeah, ITV, they use an image of the angel of the north. Would that be a fallen angel, a deity, a god? Typical that comes up on the mainstream photos. All I can say is I hope I get a chance to see these clouds one day. Thanks for sharing that one. Right, but we're going to look at a tramp stamp a minute. Yeah, by the way, Maria, there's no pressure to email me, but just make that clear. Sunstar says Maria says, creating strange phenomena to fool people into believing the climate is changing. Could it possibly? If it was something I saw if it was a common thing for me to see these clouds, I guess I could have, more of an opinion. If it's something that's been observed in other parts of the world, like for decades, then I would. Yeah, also I would doubt man's ability to do such a thing, to colour the sky in such a way, but who knows? Maybe they do. Perhaps that's what, if some kind of superhuman instrument that will be used. Who knows? For now, the best they have on X are these ridiculous reader adding context to a question. Yeah, the question was from a guy on YouTube who, I say a guy, an account. Where's my Twitter page gone? Okay, let me see if I can find it. Sorry, I just hide my... I just take my display off for 1 second while I have a look for the tweet I was actually referring to. And I'll catch up with the live chat in just a second. Oh my goodness, by the way, I'm just... I'm just scanning around on Twitter and I come across this image. And it's right you know, it's something I said I wanted to look at later. A couple of celebrities who we looked at in the pre-show, and how they fabricated their family, and is this not blatantly more of the same? Paris Hilton and Carter Reum with son Phoenix, and they do these. All the celebrities seem to do these photo shoots where they're all in matching pajamas and they're all carrying a very bizarre looking child. But we'll have to. Yeah, I do want to go on Instagram before we finish the live stream this evening. But yeah, that's Paris Hilton's child, apparently. Jeff says we're all gonna die. I guess we will one day, unless we're very, very fortunate. Enoch, of course, never saw death, so who knows? We could all be lucky. Maria says, you're nearly 17. You were taught about clouds at school. I've never heard of them nor seen them in 70 years. Okay, yeah, same for me. For anyone who's ever lived in Norway or been to Norway, it would be good to know if you've seen them yourself. Chicken Licken, I'm not sure what that is, but apparently it terrified Maria. I'm guessing it's a brand of fast food, or who knows. So yeah, some context to that would be wonderful, Maria, please. Let's see. Right, where's this? Let me find it. Likes. Okay, while I'm on Twitter, I've come across an image. We were talking about Saint Nick. Unfortunately, this guy, GR8 Believer, someone I followed on Twitter for ages, and I agree with a huge amount of what they tweet, have shown an image. Unfortunately, I don't know if they show what book this is. I'm guessing it could be some sort of dictionary. Old Nick is referred to as a colloquial noun referring to Satan, the devil. I'm going to actually ask him what book this is from, unless someone already has. Which book is this, please? Anyway, there's a few people on Twitter that I follow, and one of them is let's see. Yeah, this was the tweet I saw by Aurora Sky, where I originally saw that headline that we looked at earlier about breathing being bad for the environment. Absolute nonsense. This is the guy, the flat earther. I gotta say, some of it, what he talks about, I saw referred to on FED, Nathan Oakley, as the feast of nonsense, and this guy jumps straight into that pool in a lot of ways, but some of the things he does put out are yeah, I've thumbed up a lot of his tweets, but one of them, although I don't think I did thumb it up, it was asking how helicopters can hover above a supposedly rotating Earth. Where is it? This one. Did I not thumb that up? Because I did like that tweet and wanted to refer to it. Yeah, he asks, if a helicopter hovers for several hours, it can still land in the exact same spot. How is this possible if the Earth is spinning? That's the question he asks. And the reader context that was offered was... I'll have a closer look at it. Atmospheric circulation. Hang on. Man, that looks really blurry now. Hope you can still read it okay. All I want... It was only so I could underline it. Right, atmospheric circulation. The air in which it flies is almost moving relative to the surface, and if not, this is called wind, and the helicopter would then have to counter-steer in order not to move relative to the ground. So the response, the answer that we're getting is that the air in which the helicopter flies is almost moving. So not moving, not quite moving, relative to the surface, relative to the ground. So it's almost moving relative to the ground's movement, which is what's being asked about. And if not, it's called wind. So the only time the helicopter is considered to be moving is when it's going against wind. So no rotation is... That's the response. The ground is almost moving. It's trying to move, but cannot. Does not. That was one thing I wanted to bring that one up, because I thought, rate it. Do you find this helpful? Would you give that response? The atmospheric circulation. So what are you saying? Atmospheric circulation. Right, is this helpful? No. Do we get to give... What was unhelpful? Didn't include... Sources not included. Well, it didn't... Okay, it gave us this. Not supported, incorrect information, opinions or speculation. Well, not really. It's being straight up. It's telling us that the air is trying to move. I don't know. Who knows? I'll just go with no. Yeah, I think that's a pretty poor response to the question by this guy on YouTube. Okay. I will have a look at the live chat a minute. Jokerman's brother-in-law is from Norway. Well, ask him if you get the chance. Is Mother of Pearl Clouds anything they've ever witnessed? Because apparently they're regularly seen over there, but not normally as far away from the north as the United Kingdom. However, places like Kent, a few places happen to see the clouds. Maria said, my first reading book was Chicken Licken, and in the book the sky was falling down. Okay, not heard of that one. And Jeff says 1,000 mile per hour winds. Is that a reference to Chicken Licken? Sounds very similar to Chicken Little, actually. I think we've got to have a look at Chicken Little, maybe. Oh, sorry, Chicken Licken. Sounds like a kind of disgusting fast food chain, like KFC. Right. Chicken Licken. Never heard of it. But apparently it was a terrifying story. Yeah, immediately the image results go to book. Chicken Licken. Okay, never heard this one actually. Never heard of that one. But thank you for, letting us know. Yeah, I remember these books as a kid. Ladybird. What do you reckon Ladybird comes to in on the... Oh, sorry, I haven't brought this up yet so far. The numerology calculator. I'm just curious. Okay, 1839. That isn't one I ever come across, but I'll have to read it one day. Right, Jeff says about the special wind for helicopters. Yeah, flight, helicopters, anything that can hover and doesn't have to keep up with the... Either keep up or... Well, yeah, keep up with the movement of Earth beneath it is a pretty clear example that Earth isn't moving beneath it as far as I can see. There's no real reasonable response I can hear. Other than that one. Yeah, first book I read, let me think. I remember early ones like Billy Goat's Gruff, which probably were quite similar, about 3 goats that had to go over a bridge, but there was a, some sort of monster. Right. Yeah, I gotta say, I don't know if I've ever seen yellowy green clouds. I know of course you got the Aurora Borealis, which are green. It kind of looks similar-ish to that in a way. Yes, who knows. Right, what was the other story I came across? 2023, soon drawing to a close, and it hasn't been without... Yeah, BS19 is getting discussed as much as ever on programs like this. Lorraine Kelly isn't going away. This is a promotion, by the way. What this is, it may look like a news article for your health benefits, with Nimrod's phallic... Sorry. Yeah, is it Nimrod's phallic symbol behind them? They tell us... yeah, they promote their garbage. It's not gone away. They're still drastically trying to promote their, they want to see people with their face masks on. That for whoever had goodness knows why, but I think people seem to want... It's not the expectation that people will put on a ridiculous face covering. Is still there. It's in the background. It's not been forgotten just yet. Maybe, hopefully, it will soon. But and what's come out of that time, 2020 and 2021, is just a new acceptance that this thing should be a big part of your consciousness. You should never stop considering that someone might cough or walk in front of you who has a bug that you can catch. Anyway, one of the things, I'm pretty sure I've said it. If I haven't said it, then I've heard it. The idea that I don't want to refer to it as BS99. Sorry, BS19. Let me think of it as Trovid, Provid, maybe a professional video. Provid was people going into hospital, so long as they had a respiratory problem, they could just assume it was Provid, and everyone would just accept it now. That's now something you can be cursed with. You can be told you've got, but I still can't stop saying BS19, so I'm going to stick with that one. It is now joining the common cold and flu as something to be extra wary of over the festive period. Remember, seeing family, well, maybe they could put face coverings on. Get real. If I swore, I would swear at anyone who insisted I put that rubbish on. In recent weeks, data has shown this trend is set to continue as cases in England and Wales have risen. Wait for this though. You've got to hear this rubbish. While many of us are aware that common symptoms were prevalent at the beginning, have shifted with the introduction of their product, their spike product, as well as how it's mutated. You might experience different symptoms now compared to if you caught it 3 years ago. Then it's a different illness, surely. If the symptoms are different. Madness. Right, now an expert has warned that it could be especially hard to know if you've got it, due to its similarity shared with other illnesses. Speaking to the Manchester News, there really aren't any symptoms we can look for anymore that definitely tell us it's bullshit 19. It can literally be any respiratory symptoms. So anyone with a slight cough or breathing difficulty, maybe asthma, maybe bronchitis, maybe any other number of reasons why people get unwell, just tell them it's, yeah, we can now assume it's the same thing. Right. But I just loved the headline of this, where it claimed it masquerades as any respiratory illness. Isn't that what people have been saying for a long time? Any illness is now being claimed to be bullspit 19, as it was, always was. So nothing's changed. Maybe 2024 will be a time when I no longer talk about it in videos. That will be my pledge, okay? 2024, I will do me best. I will stop covering this subject. So yeah, that's my last thoughts on Dr. Hillary and trying to promote this horrible practice of sticking all sorts of vile potions in you. Dr. Hillary. It's surprising actually how many people from breakfast television, it used to be called GMTV, but I believe they changed the name of it. GMTV. The cast were more or less identical to who they've got in it now. You've got, what are we looking at? Images, yeah. You've got this woman. Where is she? The one whose husband had long pro-vids. So pro-vids, they made lots of videos about him. VID. It looks like behind her she has a mother of pearl cloud as well. Just interestingly. Yeah, they fabricated this woman's relationship with her supposedly seriously ill husband. I would say the whole thing was a production made by the same people that made GMTV. And what did they change the name to? Good Daybreak or something? I've got a feeling it was called that for a while. Maybe that's another... I don't know. I honestly don't watch this rubbish, but it's Lorraine Kelly, it's Dr. Hilary Jones, it's can't think of her name, but all the big players, all the trusted faces, including Hillary. I imagine he is part of that team somewhere. Is that him there? Let's see. Yeah, I believe that's Hilary Jones just there. There's Kate Garraway, Lorraine Kelly, and yeah, the crazy same cast who have been going, like Lorraine Kelly's been going decades. I remember being a child and like watching Whack-A-Day, Timmy Mallet in the late 80s and Lorraine Kelly presenting it. So she's been around an incredible amount of time doing this, as has Kate Garraway, maybe 10 years less. And Hilary Jones has been there throughout. He's always been an adult as well, from what I remember him. Yeah, he's barely changed. It's like the characters haven't changed in 30 years. It's very strange. Okay, I will have a look at the live chat. We've been going for about an hour now, so we will start bringing things to a close sooner or later. I do have another video I could play if we needed to, if we were going to do an intermission and I was going to carry on, then I'll need to refill my drink for one thing. Joe Command says they want everyone to be afraid. Absolutely, that is the ideal stance that they would like people to be. If you watch the news, that they insist you must either be afraid because the weather's going to kill you one day, or too much carbon dioxide, something we all breathe out, and is crucial in the development of more breathable oxygen, I believe, air. And yet they would have us believe that it's going to make it too hot. If you're not afraid of that, then perhaps you'll be afraid that the next person you walk past or get too close to in a shop might have a killer illness that will leave you in the same condition Kate Garraway's husband ended up, just by being in the same room as someone that had the illness. That's what happened to Kate Garraway's husband, by all accounts. Absolute crud, obviously. Maria says they've prepared the next demic, and the inquiry will result in recommendations for longer, harsher lockdowns and tougher penalties for we who resist. I say bring it on. They will never get me to put on those face coverings. They'll never get me to not, to hide away indoors. I'm not hiding away from getting ill. Never. They will not force me to do that. The minute I'm doing that, I'm engaging in insanity. How insane must you be to believe that not going out your house is somehow beneficial? It's literally insanity to believe that not going to see your family, not making sure you're all okay, keeping an eye on them, making sure they've got what they need to get by, not doing that for these people is somehow protecting them. No, that's the opposite. CQC inspections in places like where you were being told you couldn't visit, homes for example, just stopped inspecting it. They considered it more protecting of the people they supposedly were there to serve if they just stopped it doing inspections on the off chance they might give someone a cold. Absolute madness. As I said, I'm not talking about that in 2024. That is my pledge. I'm gonna drop that subject. They're not gonna get me to talk about that rubbish. I hope. We'll see. If I do, then I appreciate those of you that take the time to listen to my thoughts on it all. It's appreciated. Thank you. Maria says the story about the Guidestones died a death, didn't it? What was the story about the Guidestones, out of interest? I know they got blown up, or they were dismantled or removed or something, but I was never aware of who was actually responsible for that. Right. Yeah, I did say I wanted to look on Instagram at some subjects. So, if I'm gonna do that, I will probably need some refreshments. So, on that note, I'm gonna have to leave you with a quick video. Let me see. It's probably about 6 or 7 minutes long. I'll actually stop it if I'm back, you know, before the video ends. I'll stop it and we'll just carry on with the stream. Otherwise, it will be... Let me see, where are we? Yeah, if I'm not back in time before the video ends, which I should be, then... hang on. Okay, right, we're getting there now. Yeah, if you're able to hang around, I will be back in the next 5 minutes. For the meantime, I'm gonna just leave you with a video of the Conor McGregor bus rampage. This one goes back to April 2018, and then when I come back, we will probably go for another 15-20 minutes, and then we will end the stream. I understand it's late, so if you can't hang around, totally understand. Let me put a little message up saying I'll be back in a minute. Okay, yeah, I appreciate your patience, and let me see. Yeah, we haven't had any text scrolling yet in tonight's video, so of course I want to do that. Let me see, where can I put this which is readable? Hang on. I'm just going to line up the text a little bit different, maybe. Yeah, thank you for your patience on this sort of thing, while I just set up my stream. Sorry, while I just take a quick 5-minute break to do all the things I need to. Before we do go to this break, though, I am going to thank Jokerman, Maria, Jeff Gashead, Sunstar Thunder Lightning, Nathan Oakley has been in the chat. Sorry I missed you. Haven't said hello before. Great to see you in there. Anyone else popped in yet? No, but yeah, you've got another 20 minutes, half an hour or so before this stream finishes. So thanks all of you for taking the time to tune in this evening. If you do leave the stream before we're finished and you want to hit the thumbs up button anytime tonight, then that's always appreciated. There are some names on the screen actually of people who I wish to show my appreciation to, including some names that are in the chat, that are in the live chat tonight. So thank you. Other ways of showing your appreciation, as I say, are by just hitting the thumbs up button. So if you want to do that before you leave, this is my intermission. I'll be back in less than 5 minutes. See you in a sec. Hi everyone. Right, I hope there's no one watching this that believes for 1 second that the footage I'm about to show you is anything other than a publicity stunt.
Now, whether you have any interest in UFC or not, I'm sure you've had the story about Conor McGregor going on a rampage and attacking a UFC bus forced down your throat. This supposedly comes, if we read this story in the Chicago Tribune and every other sports and news publication that is reporting this as a real event. We hear that he was stripped of the belt, went on a rampage, attacked the bus. Now bear in mind, Conor McGregor, if UFC is legit, would be under a contract which would have told him how frequently he needs to defend his title without being stripped. He would have been well aware of the fact that he was going to lose his title. We will watch this shocking new footage emerges of Conor McGregor bus attack and shows the extent of UFC rivals' facial wounds. Nasty, hey? This is going to be terrible, you can bet. Right, let's watch it. There he is, Conor, going mad at the bus. There's people trying to hold him back. Right, here we go. Now look how fortunate it is that someone happened to be stood by this window with a camera at this moment. Of all the windows he could have thrown it at, he threw it at the one which had someone filming. Right, so as we just saw, a metal trolley was just thrown at the window, smashed everywhere. Whoever was sat on the other side of that would have been pretty badly injured. And as we read up here, shows the extent of UFC rivals' facial wounds. Okay? Must be pretty battered after that.
Oh shit! What the fuck? You alright, Mike?
What? That's it. That tiny little spot there, after just having this window smashed right in front of him, and he's got one tiny little cut on his forehead. Yeah, right. What a joke. Well, now he's...
What the fuck is wrong with him? Whoa.
Now he's going mental, looking for anything he can find, and in a minute he's going to do something which will just demonstrate exactly what UFC is all about. Here we go. What's he looking for? What can he find?
Smash the windows! That's why, oh yeah, fucking Jesus Christ! Dude, what the
Here we go. What an absolute joke. He's picked a chair up. Now where else do you see that? Professional wrestling perhaps? Here we have footage of another UFC world champion, Ronda Rousey, and she's now taking part in WWE, and here in this picture she's just smashed someone through a chair, through a table by the look of it. The whole sport, UFC, is a joke, okay? And this sums it all up. Right, let's watch Conor McGregor go on a rampage. Right, here we go. Here's another bit that gives it away as a complete joke. Take a look at who stood on the other side of this vehicle. That looks like law enforcement or some sort of security person, just dossing around on his phone, doesn't care what's going on. He knows, he's been told keep out the way, let him do it, they're going to film it.
Conor McGregor's team. They threw a chair through our window of our bus and we're...
Right, and now another bit that just gives it away as a complete joke. Listen to what we're going to hear in a minute. This guy, he was sat right by the window. He would have seen everything, okay? Let's hear what he says.
He has this cut really bad.
Cut really bad. He's got one tiny little spot on his head.
Throw that? Yeah.
Did he throw that? He just asked. Did he throw that? Mate, you were sat there. You saw the window come through. What a joke.
We need... Okay, thanks.
I hope no one saw that footage and for 1 second believed it to be a real life event, despite the newspapers all reporting it as real. Another thing we'll read in this Chicago Tribune article. The Irishman turned himself into police Thursday and was charged with 3 counts of assault and 1 count of criminal mischief after he after his role in the fracas. McGregor appeared in handcuffs Friday afternoon at a packed Brooklyn courtroom where a judge set bail at $50,000 and set a court date of June the 14th. Okay, so he's now on bail. The judge also said McGregor would be allowed to leave the country, according to reports. What, can you leave the country when you're on bail? He was released after a brief arraignment and ordered to stay away from the fighters Michael Chiesa and Ray Borg, among others, including by his social media. So he was released after a brief time in custody, I guess. So bear in mind, this says it was in handcuffs. Let's have a look. This is him appearing in court, I think. Does he...
Okay, with a minute to spare of this video, I am back. I'm ready to start the stream up again, do the second half, the final, the final part of this stream. Thank you for your patience watching some of my old content. If you want to see the rest of that video, Conor McGregor bus rampage, I will have to put a link in the shorts. Let me see. Yeah, I'd have to find it, so let me give us a second and I'll put a link in the chat if you want to find any more of it. I know I made a reference in the title of that one to Con. They've got the word Con in his name. Who was it put in the live chat? I think it was Joker Man talking about him becoming Ireland's Prime Minister, which isn't something I've heard of, but would be absolutely typical. So perhaps we'll have a look at that before we finish up. Conor McGregor bus rampage. Yeah, that video was really just my me pointing out what a joke UFC is, because it is a complete joke. Although I can't actually find that video now. Never mind. I know it was an old one. Goes back to 2018. Hang on, let me find it. It won't take a sec. Yeah, okay, so we'll look at that. Conor being becoming Ireland's Prime Minister. Something happened in a school but I'm not, as I said, I'm not familiar with that. I don't know what happened in a school. So, but whatever it is, has put Conor in a popular position. Right, let me share the link in the live chat then to Conor McGregor bus crash if you want to find it. Hang on. Why have I still got this up? I'll bring the live chat back up now. Oh, Jeff says an asylum seeker to have children at a school. And 3 kids. Oh, I've not. And there's been big protests. Okay, Ireland have had enough. Okay, yeah, I'm not familiar with that one, so we will have a look at it. Again, a horrible subject to cover, really, isn't that? Children being killed in schools. It's vile. It's nothing I would ever, want to... Yeah, so, but, yeah, perhaps we will have a quick glance at it before we finish tonight. Yeah, I know that there's I've seen lots of videos on social media of Irish people arguing with asylum seekers. Personally, I wonder how much of that is genuine and how much of it is just typical, productions. As I once made a video about a video I saw where it was in America, and I guess, it's another thing I see in America of dark-skinned people behaving like absolute savages. And again, I wonder how much of that is real and how much of it comes from a Hollywood basement or a Hollywood production room, or not even Hollywood, who knows. Right, yeah, and how come, so I'm curious how Conor McGregor came to be called as Prime Minister. Right, did I put that link in the chat? I must have done. Maybe I didn't. Right, I'll get there in a minute. So, if you want to see my 2018 video, Conor Vid. And then we will go on to look at some of the other subjects I had in mind for this evening. Right. See, I didn't really want to look it up. Ireland, asylum seeker. I think that story is just too horrible for me. A person has been... Right. If I go to news, see if anything comes up. Can I... Maybe if I put Ireland stabbing. Irishman's son forced stabbed to death ahead of Christmas trip to Ireland as woman arrested. Is this the story? Although there's one here, man 50 appears in court charged with the same thing, and a woman in Dublin knife attack. Is that two separate incidents? That's crazy. Ugh, part of me wants to Spider-Man. I believe that is the type of symbolism you should be looking out for. I don't know. I'm not sure if yeah, Spider-Man being a 33 in Chaldean. Just be aware that these things, there's no subject to which the sun will not... I mean, I say the sun as just part of the whole world of mainstream media. There is no subject too disgusting, too deplorable for them not to fake it, unfortunately. That's the conclusion I've come up with. So when images of a young lad are put up, okay, that's a different story altogether. So I'm not sure why that came up. Okay, Ireland stabbing. Then I'll search for the name Conor McGregor. So is Conor seen as... Okay, Conor's one of the people... He's a warmonger. No, warmongers, that's people that profit off of war. Like people that sell weapons, for example, you would call a warmonger, is that right? Please correct me if that's wrong. So, McGregor calls Leo a scumbag and a European crook. I see. Conor the Notorious has given Ireland's anti-migrant voters a voice. So he is running to be... Yeah, this guy is... not, you know, it's as fake as it comes. It's Mickey Mouse. You might as well be looking at Mickey Mouse on your screen when you see Conor posing. Because... Right, hang on. yeah, we don't have any audio actually, so we'll just have to, well, I could put the audio up, but I'm not going to, so we'll just have to look at the text of this video as it plays. Very low, not very high quality image. Greetings to a bee with a buzz, lovely to see you in the chat. Apologies if I've missed anyone else, by the way. Hopefully I haven't missed any names. If I have, then yeah, just message again. I see. So all the migrants that are being portrayed as carrying out these attacks are supposedly migrants. That's the story we're getting, yeah? That's the narrative that's being offered here. Connor is being investigated by the police for alleged incitement to hatred related to the recent riots in Dublin. Yeah, he's always getting arrested. We saw in that video where he threw a chair at a bus and he was arrested and taken into a police station in front of, well, he's led out of a police station in front of a load of cameras. It's what he does. It's this guy's part on the stage, a bit like Greta, what's her name? Yeah, Greta Thunberg, who gets arrested for her protesting against whatever she's complaining about. Yeah, this is a Waxwork Museum Central. These are the sort of people I want to look at on Instagram, because they are as fabricated as it comes. Right, what's his name? Connor McGregor Instagram. It doesn't take long to see that these Instagram posts are not real. Yeah, here's another one of these. Every celebrity, every Christmas, no matter if they're stirring up riots in Ireland, they've always got time to take a picture like this. And it looks crazy. This isn't... Hang on. This isn't real life. I mean, what are we looking at here? What actually are we looking at? It wouldn't be out of place in a circus tent, if you get me drift. All these, that child's head looks drastically out of proportion. He looks very he looks like a cardboard cutout almost. Doesn't look like a real person sat there. Yeah, this is the every celebrity's Christmas card picture that they have to take. Whoever makes these clothes, it's probably almost like a sponsorship deal, I don't know. They all have to daub themselves in, what did they say Saint Nick was? Satan? They have to daub themselves in Satanism and sit in front of a phallic symbol. It's kind of awful. But of course, the Notorious would tell you something about Happy Birthday Jesus. The Notorious, you know nothing. Santi about to get going now. Yeah. Next to that touching family photo, he's promoting a brand of alcohol. Okay. It's just what we all do on our personal social media accounts. Promoting this. Yeah. This whole thing is just a promotion. This is... Oh, hang on. Sorry, we're no longer on... Well, I don't know. Yeah, none of this is legitimate. I would not say. The pictures of him with his children, like particularly when they're babies, are often well worth an inspection. Judge for yourself. I mean, do they look like real human beings to you? Only you can answer that question. Do these two heads look like genuine human beings to you? Now, I know Connor's meant to have cauliflower ears or whatever they call it, but do these look like two human beings to you? Only you can answer that. To me, no, not at all. Absolutely not at all. It looks like the poor kid's got swelling on his head, and his eye, this eye, is just a black line. It's funny how often we see that with celebrity babies, the eye being just a black line. Weird stuff. Look at that one as well. Yeah, I suppose that's all the times it's got punched, right? I'm not saving that. I hate that picture. It's horrible. Disgusting picture. Promotion after promotion. And this is who they want their Prime Minister to be. Is that one cartoon character stood next to another? Well, next to a third. This is Mike Tyson, and is that Manny Pacquiao? Yes, it is. Unfortunately, yeah, boxers are just as, UFC, WWF, is it everything that takes part in a ring? Is it just, all acted out for the purposes of the cameras? I would say yes. Conor McGregor winning anything. No, that's a joke. The whole thing's a joke. Right. Let's have a look at the chat. Jokerman says next year is looking up. That's good. We can all hope that 2024 goes well for all of us. One good method is praying to God. That's always a good way of putting the odds in your favour, as it were. At least coming to terms with, this is his mother. This is the put your faith in God is a wonderful way to improve your life, in my opinion. This is Conor McGregor's mum. I take it we all see the same thing here. Is there any of us that can't see what that is? I don't know. Again, just like with the children, you'll have to use your own judgment on that. Maria says Paris Hilton's baby looks like an alien with a huge head. Actually, we did cover that earlier. Let's see. I'm not sure where I came across the picture. It might have been on... It was probably on Twitter, I guess, or X as it's now called. I know it's got like a balloon head. Hang on, baby, I suppose I should put. It was, I'm guessing it was on her Instagram where she would have put her Christmas photo. Here is one shot of it. Yeah, nothing to see here, right? Just your normal everyday baby. Totally not straight off of the Photoshop. Again, that is one for the scrapbook. I'm going to save that one. Yeah, I bet if we go on Paris Hilton Instagram account, we will find it, because I'm sure she's got an Instagram account. All these celebrity families have them. I bet we'll see her in that Christmas photo. They've surely not taken it down. Huh. Well, if they have removed it, I mean, it could be on her husband's Instagram account, so who knows, but... Wow. Yeah, that looks insane. So where's the image we saw earlier? It was... I think they had ho 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 stuff on it. Okay. I cannot see that image on there actually, so without scrolling through all of them. Yeah. What do we think? Real deal? Yeah, I would like to find the picture that you're referring to, but maybe, as I said, perhaps it isn't her account. Who else is there? Would it be on here? I know if I go to another account, Jake Quickenden, someone I've looked, I bet he's done another, I bet he's in a picture with matching pyjamas with the rest of his family. Could surprise me, so we'll give him a chance. Perhaps he didn't do that, but every other celebrity seems to be doing it. So I'm guessing we will see it. Look at that, CGI faces, yep. That's what I've been saying all along. They can change the faces as much as as often as they need to. Absolutely not difficult. This is... Right. Did they not do the matching pyjama shoot? Fair play if not. They normally do. I'm sure we've seen it from them before. They certainly take part in Xmas, so don't they? Absolute madness. Right. I don't want to look at his account, but... Yeah, these were... In the pre-show, we watched some... in the pre-show, yeah, we watched a video about Instagram Lives Unite. And he was in it, and I did say I wanted to have a look at his account and see if any of the images are more or less believable than they were in the past. Their CGI is good. I mean, you know, the people creating these fake images are top draw. Their abilities are, you know, really good, but they're fake. They're still not still not quite, you know, still not real. No matter how realistic they may look, doesn't make them real. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the hands are always the hardest thing to do, and yeah, there's a disconnect right there where, hang on, let me draw an arrow to it. It looks like the thumb disconnects from the hand. So, I can't believe I'm looking at this rubbish. Right, get off this this account. Right, Paris Hilton, Christmas family photo. I would like to find that before we end the stream today, although it looks like it's gone. Here it is, brilliant. We got it, we found it. This is the most ridiculous thing going. I mean, unless this child's meant to have some sort of, you know, unless he's meant to be unwell, in which case nothing but sympathy for the lad, but I really don't think that's what's going on. I think it's just they need to employ the same people that do Jake's fake baby, because Paris Hilton's team aren't quite up to scratch. They're letting a few things slip. Right, we are coming to the end of the stream as it is getting late. It's 23:40 now, nearly midnight, and believe me, if I go too much beyond 11:30, I stop making sense. But before we go anywhere, let's see. Let me have a look at the live chat. And I would like to thank everyone who has not only tuned in but taken the time to comment in the live chat. Yeah, thank you very much. Particularly, let's see, Maria, a bee with a buzz, Joker Man, Jeff Gashead, Maria Ellender, Sunstar Thunder Lightning, and Nathan Oakley. I really hope I haven't missed anyone. If I have, yeah, you've got a few minutes to let me know that you've commented and I've not seen it. Yeah, Maria's crashing. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, we're gonna bring it to a close here anyway. Yeah, it's the 24th of December, and most people are wishing each other Merry Xmas. I can't do it, I'm afraid. Obviously, I hope everyone has a wonderful day tomorrow, the same as I hope they have a wonderful day every day. Just because it's Nimrod's birthday, I'm not going to give anyone any extra, wishes. But yeah, I wish you well all year round, not just on the 25th of December, Nimrod's birthday, or the festival of Saturnalia, or Yule, or any of the pagan memorials that they place on that date. Right, we are gonna put the background music on then, and I'm gonna start finishing up. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. I do hope if I don't make another live stream before the end, or before the end of 2023, I hope you have a wonderful 2024, and thanks for tuning in. If you want to hit the thumbs up button before you leave, that is always appreciated. Yeah, there are a few people who I want to thank for their showing their support. Hopefully you can see their names. Okay, I'm gonna once again thank you for taking the time to tune in this evening, and I'll be back again soon. Hope to see you in the comments section. I see Linda Mack in the live chat. Popped in right at the end. Thanks very much, Linda. Great to see you in the chat. In fact, we'll put that back on again now before we finish. Thank you very much, Linda, and to everyone. As I said, I'll be back again soon. Okay. Take care and good night.